How to make a do-it-yourself storage box on a budget. I'm going to do one of my baskets. Somebody asked if I could see how I did it, and I'm going to show you what materials I use. Though I think in this type of a DIY, you could really pick anything that you like. I have some pom-pom edging, and I have matching ribbon. Those are optional. I have hot glue sticks, and my hot glue gun is heating up. Of course, I have scissors, and I have duck cloth, which is completely not necessary to have this specific kind of cloth, but I like the way that it looks, and that's why I'm using this particular cloth. Um, Trying to remember how I did this the last time. And I did line the inside of it, and I'm not sure if I want to do that again or do it differently. I'm not sure. So we will see. I do need to change my battery because I'm getting a battery warning light. So let me do that real quick and I'll be right back. Trying to make it so you can see both myself and what I'm doing. So, okay. I'm not a measuring person. You're more than welcome to measure if you please. I'm more of a eyeball kind of person. I think what I'm going to actually do this time is try it a little bit differently. Okay. I think I might need to measure the edges of my box so I get enough material. You're going to want a little bit of overlap at the end so that you can just neaten the edges up if you want to, which I do. I'm going to cut it straight here as I can. So here to me. Go. I don't know if what I'm doing yet is going to work or not, so it's kind of a guesstimate. But I'd really like it to wrap inside of the box so that I can just cover that bottom edge. Actually, this has a nice salvage edge, so I'm gonna actually use the other side first. Get this on straight. I'm gonna start at what I will consider to be the back of my box. The box I'm using comes from the 12 packs of ramen noodles. You can use any kind of box you want. The last one that I used was from an Amazon package, and it was a nice sturdy box and it worked out well. I am not using tons and tons of glue. You really don't need to. I did on the last one, and it left the surface kind of lumpy, so just smooth it on. Don't burn yourself. I'm giving advice to myself because I always do. I always end up with a blue surface. I like this nice neutral material with the. I think it's going to look pretty with the teal. Trying to keep everything in frame. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Working kind of quickly because my air conditioner is on and it likes to dry my glue a bit prematurely. So get the edge on there really well. My gum loves to eat from glue. I got rid of one of my glue guns the other day, and I realized that the reason I was holding on to that particular glue gun is because I have a million mini glue gun sticks, and now I have no gun for it. Glue gun. So that was wonderful. Now we are on the back side. Just gonna move this part on. And some of this edge. Put a little more over from here. Hopefully I'm not going over the line where oh, and it's not quite straight, and that's really okay. It's not going to make a big difference. Now this should all sort of fall down in. We deal with the bottom first. Get the corners. There may be better ways of doing this. I'm just doing it my own way. Something I thought of, and I'm not following anybody's particular tutorial that they did online. I'm just literally doing it on my own, and I'm sure there are way better explanations or ideas of how to do this, but I'm just doing it my way. It's how I want to do it. That way I don't have to watch a video while I'm doing what I'm doing. Bring that down. And no, it's probably not going to be perfect, but it's going to keep a box out of the landfill for a big long time. I'm going to cut a piece to put along the bottom. And I will tuck the edges under so that it's nice and neat. And I think I will do that prior to doing anything else. I'm going to fold the corners in slightly so that the edges are a bit neater. I think we can shorten that significantly. Like I said, I eyeball everything. If you like to measure, then that's perfect. Hello.
Someone protected at your front door.
Yeah. Walking. Mackenzie working today? She won't.
The camera isn't responding.
Are you hiding? Huh? That's food. So what are you up to today? You driving around? That's great. And doing sign language. Did you need your dad for something? Yeah. They gave him a shot finally. They don't think it's the cats. Huh?
Did he say he was
They said it could be med related or it could be like we think, the heat. The thing is he's been on the same meds forever, so
did he trying to wean himself off?
yeah, he stopped taking the Jardians,
That could
which is something new, and Wanderlust or something. And I guess you're not supposed to take that if you're bipolar.
do you think they'll come back?
We'll see, I guess.
Thanks again, Sean.
I mean, they're as long as they don't go into his throat or respiratory system, he's fine. But it's annoying. They're not really dangerous unless they go to the wrong place. Huh? Yeah. Well, sometimes. I love you.
Someone was detected at your front door.
Okay, so there's your bottom, and it's got some spider webbing on it. I'm gonna have to pick that up. Like I said, not perfect, but it looks finished, which is nice. And now I'm just gonna sort of work to fold this in here, which is going to clearly be a challenge. Now, on the other one, I glued the inside of it a ton. I don't think I'm going to do that this particular time. I am gonna try to tighten it down and tack it down well, but I'm not gonna fuss over too much. As long as the sides are tight enough. I'm just sort of smoothing them down. because I am going to make a bottom for this. So a lot of the excess fabric will be sort of hidden. I'm running out of glue now. So I'm just trying to neaten it up as much as I can, sort of create some type of a seam. Now, cut some material for the bottom. And you could do the same thing that I did with the bottom. You could just fold the edges and glue it down. But I think that it makes for a much neater bottom if you use another piece of cardboard for that bottom piece, which is what I do. I should have cut this prior. Would cut just to get these edge flaps on. I'm gonna keep this on the bottom part since I don't want to make a bunch of bumps in my fabric. Just going to lightly place glue over it. It's down the middle, or in the middle-ish. And we are going to tack down the corners. Nice and tight. Corner. Okay. However, now I'm going to have to find some more glue. Just 1 minute. I gotta go get some more glue. This. I found it. Trying not to get it all over the carpet. Just going to glue myself, apparently. So, this edge down. This doesn't have to be super neat on the bottom because you're not going to see it. So I'm not going to do anything to cover the raw edges because I'm not going to look at it once it's down because I'm actually going to glue it in place. So make sure it fits. It does. We're just going to spill some glue into the bottom so it sticks. And places it. There it is. Outside, the inside, and the bottom. And now if you want to, you can add trim to it, which I do, because I want to be extra. I have this ribbon. Like I told you guys, I'm trying to work my ribbon down because I don't really make hair bows anymore. Bella's not into them. I don't sell them anymore. So the last time I sold was on eBay, and I sold a lot of them because I was pretty much done. So I'm going to run this down the center middle of the blocks. Just going to attach it under here. So I'm going to do each edge See if I can just stick it under that edge. Close enough. There we go. And I'm going to run it around the middle of the box. Not using tons and tons of glue. You don't want to see where the glue lines are. Yes, it could come undone. It's easy enough to fix. You could run a warm iron on over it if it comes undone and it will reglue itself. Or you can add some more hot glue. Just trying to get very thin lines. But if it seeps out under, you can just pick it off after it dries. It'll come right off. And I am going to add a little more towards the end. No, it is not perfect, and that's perfectly okay. It doesn't have to be. Concentrate too much on life and being perfect and worrying if something's perfectly correct and then nothing gets done. So, ooh, that's hot. Yeah. Told you I wouldn't get through this without getting burned. Okay, now I'm going to put my trim around this edge instead of along the top like I did the last time. And the biggest problem I had the last time is this trim likes to twist around. So I'm going to kind of do it really carefully and slowly so it doesn't mess up on me again. Just kind of straighten it out as I go. I'm just going to put some small dots of glue as I go. Not going to pile glue on. That way, if I decide I don't like the trim later on down the road, or if it gets dirty, which it probably will, I can just take it off. But I do love this pom-pom trim. I think it's adorable. Yeah, see, it's very twisted. Go. You could customize these any way that you like so that they match your decor. You could use these to put gifts in, just put tissue paper over them. I think that would be super cute and it would give somebody something usable. You could make somebody a sewing box with scissors and needles and thread and so forth in it. And then they'd have the box to keep everything in. Or do a baking box with some wooden utensils and pot holders and kitchen towel and some cookie mix. And that would be a really nice gift. I know I'd like to get one. There's so many things that you can do with these other than just storage. And it's a great way to use these boxes up and give them a new life. And my trim did get a little bit crooked, but that's okay. Stop that right here. Still got a lot of that left. Up here. And that right down. There you go. And I think I'm gonna just neaten this bottom up a little bit. Or maybe not. No, I think I'll. And the ribbon that I used is that wasp grain. I think that's how you say it. If you want to make a bow, you can. It's pretty easy. Get it as even as I could. Tossing it right there. If I decide later on I don't like it, it can come off. I think hubby stole my lighter. If you are going to do a little bow on the edge, and this is uneven, can't believe that. It's going to drive me insane. If you're going to make a bow and you're going to cut the edges, just make sure that you quickly run a lighter over them. It'll stop them from fraying. A little bit of overlap glue in some places. That's what I'm looking for. Which comes right off, usually. But I did just notice a place that didn't glue down well. Brought myself again. Okay, and it's done. Now I'll show you a closer look at it. There's the front, the sides, the inside, which is all covered and lined, and the bottom, so you don't see the box at all. And you can store whatever you like in it now. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.